Halo. What's up, dude?
Hey, I've been checking out some awesome matches. We've had some crazy Halo 4 action, and we got to see some different game types towards the end of the day, and we're actually going to see some different game types in this series as well.
Yeah, no, actually, I was kind of surprised. Warriors 2-0 status quo, but of course, right now we're going to have Triggers Down taking on G4C taking over.
Right, and Triggers Down, of course, that roster made up of veteran Halo players. We got a chance to see them earlier this weekend. That's Neighbor, Hysteria, Nated, and Alumni. 4 players who, obviously, when they mesh, they're very good players.
And on Taking Over's roster, we have Flamehead, Morello, Slays, and Tito Matic.
Yeah, so Tito Matic, known for his FFA victories on the big FFA main stage, excuse me. So looking forward to seeing if they will be able to give Triggers Down some trouble.
I think so. Our first game type will be Haven TS, one of the most popular games that we've seen. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, the way these game types work is each team vetoes 2 game types.
Right.
Or maps and game types. So that's why, it's weird. We haven't seen a lot of Abandon. Mm-hmm. I feel like Haven is the most popular one, and then mostly Adrift. But we'll have Haven TS, Solace Capture Flag, and if needed, Abandon Team Slayer for game number 3.
That's right. Looks like we are going to be jumping on board right here with this Triggers Down roster. Right now, taking a look over Nated. This game is just about to get started. We're going to jump into his POV, see what his opening start looks like on this now full screen match on Haven Infinity Slayer.
So much better. I love the full screen.
It is nice. Now Nated using his traditional start right there, jumping way across the map, not even using his jetpack, straight to the beam rifle, and he picks that up. Nice job. He's going to bring that back with his team. Still 0-0, no kills. The team's, of course, very hesitant on Unbreakable to give up any kills early in the game.
Definitely. It's all about getting the right positioning and then setting up before you just go in and die. Nated with that beam rifle, trying to put some shots in, but he gets a hit, gets an assist now.
Nice job trying to keep his teammates alive. Alumni, nice job there to take out Flamehead. And Nated gets taken out, surprised right there, and they actually lose the lead.
Now this might get a little bit confusing because it looks like Triggers Down is playing as red, but Taking Over is actually the higher seed, so they should be playing as red. But sometimes it gets a little bit confusing.
Right.
Sometimes the players don't realize that, but just ignore that for now. It's okay.
Yeah. So here we see Nated on the red team, now actually down 70-40 already. I'm going to try and keep his team in this. Can't stress enough how important it is to get an early lead, and you've got to know that these veteran players, they played earlier this weekend, trying to pick up. Finding a whole bunch of weapons there.
Like Nated. Different weapons.
And finally gets away with the sword. But now the sniper in the hands of Neighbor, who traditionally a pretty deadly sniper.
And of course, sitting in this very popular back ramp position where we see most of the players hit the sniper, he's just got to watch out for those nades, and he should be set right now. He's just looking down towards the bottom of the map. Not seeing anybody right now, though.
And Neighbor, a player who can absolutely go off, but nice job there with the beam rifle kill, helping out his teammate. And they actually take the lead right there, now 110-90.
Nated is actually running on the outside of the map with his sword right now, picking up some kills. Neighbor goes down with that sniper, though.
And now 120-110 with just over 10 minutes left. These teams now kind of picking up. We see Alumni top middle. Wondering if we're going to see Hysteria push towards top middle as well as Neighbor, but apparently he's got a call out that someone might be near him. Might have got spooked right there. Maybe heard a footstep behind him.
Taking Over did take control of the beam rifle right now, and I think they have a sword as well. So Triggers Down has to slow it down a little bit because they don't have any of the power weapons.
Right, you see it is now 150-110, and this is the point where they can't really afford to give up kills. They need to just regroup and make sure that no one on Taking Over is able to go off with that sniper rifle. Ideally, just take it out of their hands entirely.
Alumni just chilling the top mid right now. He's going to push up with his teammate who goes down, so it's just up to him right now. As Tom Morello picks up a nice double kill.
Yeah, big kill there from Tom Morello, a player who has been actually pretty impressive right there, trading for a third kill. Making some noise here in the bracket. I've heard some players talking about him, and I actually know that Triggers Down knows that he's a good player. And of course, Tito Matic is a name that anyone who watches the MLG Pro Circuit will be familiar with. So not really a huge surprise that they're playing pretty well against this Triggers Down roster.
Yeah, and Alumni was able to get in his personal ordnance, picked up the saw, and I'm sure he'll do some serious damage with that thing. So he's going to push up with his battle rifle, throwing some grenades, and he comes up on 2 players of G4C.
Yeah, nice job there as Alumni choosing the saw. We're seeing that a little bit too often in Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Players opting for the saw, getting a little overzealous and trying to finish kills with it. When I bet if he pulled out his primary rifle, he probably could have turned 2 there. He had actually help from Nated.
Yeah, see, here's a hint. When you put your reticule over a player and it doesnn't light up red, you're out of range.
Yeah,
you see that with the saw, you see that with the BR from very far range. You probably shouldn't use that weapon.
Right, Hysteria, nice shots there against Tom Morello. Nice gets a beat down, and he's probably going to turn 2 here on Flamehead. Nice job. They're only down by 7, and he has an ordnance ready. Let's see what he chooses. Wouldn't be surprised if it was a speed boost.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the greatest. The Needler's pretty good, but still, it's hard to pick up multiple kills with that thing.
All right, right there. I think he got connected with a beam rifle. It was bottom middle, so he does get taken out. Let's see if he decides to go with this ordnance. There it is. Decides to call it in. And it looks like it's going to be the speed boost. There it is. And like we said yesterday, speed boost really gives you the flamehead. Looks like there's an overshield there. So it's going to be difficult to kill unless they capitalize. That overshield would be put to waste.
Yeah, Hysteria really has to take advantage of this speed boost and try and make some great flanking plays because he can move so fast around the outside of the map.
Right, you really do, and you have to get to wherever your team needs to be, so your team also needs to communicate with you. It goes both ways, of course, Unbreakable. Not only should you be helping your team and communicating with them, but they should be saying, hey, Hysteria, help me right here, I need help. And really, it's going to come down to everyone working together. I mean, Hysteria can try to be everywhere, but if his teammates aren't letting him know, then the speed boost will also go to waste.
Yeah, and actually it has disappeared by now. So it looks like Trigger's down, still losing by about 60 points right now.
Mm-hmm.
Still 3 guys hanging on to this back ramp.
Yeah, surprisingly, Tito-Matic able to jetpack all the way to the top of the map and still stay alive. That's something we saw Nada doing yesterday in one of the free-for-all matches. Just jetpack straight up and really just draw attention to yourself while trying to finish kills. Tito-Matic here jetpacking and might be able to, nice job there as he drops down, finishes neighbor. Probably even hit a few more of those shots. He probably could have turned 2.
Yeah, but using the jetpack, it's landing some great angles. There's actually on the very top level some windows you can try to sneak through, but it's really hard to make that jump, so he came down, took in the main cannon entrance, and was able to pick up a kill.
Right, speaking of those little windows above the hallways, we actually saw Nada throw some really nice grenades up there, so you are not really that well protected, especially when players learn how to throw those grenades perfectly. I think we're going to see this game, Haven Infinity Slayer, overall just continue to increase in speed.
And that's why I love there's so many different angles in this map that it just, it's really fast-paced and a lot of team shooting.
Yeah, Slay is opting for the thruster pack there. That was interesting. There's a lot of debate as to whether or not the thruster pack actually helps with jumping at all. Some players say that they like to use it to clear certain gaps. Other players say it doesn't make a difference. But Slay doing a nice job here in this game. Interesting to not charge the plasma pistol, but instead use it as a club.
He finally got the noob combo and he didn't even use it, but he was able to pick up that kill that he died from.
Let's see, Slay's actually given the same ordnance options as Hysteria, and no big surprise there. Also goes to the speed boost. I think they might just be choosing it because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's so fun to move around the map that fast, definitely.
Yeah, it's sweet. And of course, it does stack when you sprint. So if you are sprinting and speed boosting, you will go even faster than a normal sprint as he's moving around now. I think it's also a challenge, though. It's not always the easiest when you have speed boost to get a kill. Because you are moving so fast, your strafing is different, your shooting is going to be different. So it actually creates a little bit of a challenge for the speed booster as well as the speed boostee.
Yeah, your aim can definitely be thrown off when you're moving that fast and trying to strafe.
Yeah.
You're not used to it. Alumni putting a lot of shots downside, and Tom Morello, he goes down, though. His teammates are back there still shooting.
Yeah, Alumni still using that battle rifle, finding moderate success with it. But in this game, you got to wonder, maybe he's considering switching over if Triggers Down continues to drop games. But of course, they lost game 1 in that series earlier, but were able to come back.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. Like, we'll have to take a look at the end and see how Alumni does compared to the other players using the DMR and just see if it really does make a big difference.
Yeah, I'd love to see Unbreakable is kind of, after we have this event completed, if we can see the statistics of the players who are using the DMR versus the player who uses the BR, if we could just take a look at a few case examples of that, it might be very telling, or it might just tell us that the weapons actually are balanced and it's going to come down to the players. So who knows? I'd love to see those statistics afterwards, though.
Dropping down to the bottom of the map, and it's weird because I still thought great position to pick up an assassination right there. I was going to say, nice double kill, actually.
Probably going to try to use a grenade here to pick up 3. Does get taken out, but surprising that he didn't pick up that needler. Right?
I was about to say that.
Absolutely, in a close quarter situation, no reason you shouldn't pick up that needler. Players coming down the stairs, you can easily throw a few needles into them, and it's almost a guaranteed kill at that point.
I think it is just the needler pretty much sucked in all the other Halo guns, and no one's actually used it in Halo 4, and people don't understand how good it is.
Right, I think it definitely will be more popular, maybe even on Sunday, as players are playing against some of the best in the game. Nada, nice job getting out of sword range, but he does get taken out anyway. We now take a look at the score. It's 570 to 500 right here. Triggers Down, losing for whatever reason, just not able to get back into the game in the middle. G4C about to close it out with 3 more kills.
Look at how much it's slowed down right now. Taking over, slowing it down a little bit. Flamehead staying hitting in the middle of the map, able to move in a great position, pick up what I thought should have been a double kill to finish the game, but it doesn't matter as they're able to close out game number 1.
Yeah, take a look at that. Tito-Matic standing up. He is pumped with his team. They take out game 1. And of course, it's only a 3-game series here on Unbreakable, so that's going to be quite a bit of a difference. Our next 2 game types, for those of you at home watching, are going to be Solace CTF, and if we do force a game 3, it's going to be Abandoned Infinity Slayer.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? It's hard to come back, keep your momentum going after you lose like that, but when it's only 1 more game and you're out of the series, you have to come back and bounce back in the capture the flag game, which we'll be seeing next after a quick commercial break. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Major League Gaming's Fall Championships, live from Dallas, Texas. Bravo, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Yeah, we just checked out that game one. G4C taking over, taking out Triggers down in a somewhat surprising Haven Infinity Slayer. Now, do you think their playstyle overall is going to do well in this next game of Solid CTF?
I think so. It seemed like they had really good teamwork and were able to take advantage of certain positions. So I feel like that'll carry very well for them, especially in a capture the flag game.
I kind of feel like Triggers down kind of beat themselves that match. Obviously, very skilled players who were just unable to convert on a lot of chances. Had a few players who had a few nice plays that we saw, and overall solid positioning, but they just got down in the middle of the game and they never could get back in it. So, of course, both teams are not going to want to concede a cap early.
Definitely. Now we're going to start off on Nated's point of view from Triggers down, see if they'll be able to bounce back and tie it up 1-1 so we can go into the final game.
Yeah, what I'm really looking forward to watching right here in Breakable is this opening strat on Solid CTF. Of course, both teams are going to be able to sprint to their flag area and onto that top of the base, but Nated opting not to. He goes ahead and goes down the left lane instead of doing what we've usually seen is a battle between the snipers.
This is what we talked about last time we were casting up here, that a lot of people just go up right for the platforms, but different strategies like this where Nate is able to go in and get a beautiful kill on Tito-Matic as he went in for the snipe.
That is really across the map. He's all the way in his own back corner. Tito-Matic getting a little confident and trying to hit that. Look at Nate. He hasn't even left his base yet. He's afraid to push up. He's about to pick up this third kill. Nice job here. He's playing very well.
And that is the beauty about this map. There's so many lines of sight that you can literally just sit back on this rock and snipe or take out anybody going for the sniper.
Yeah, Unbreakable. I played this match a few times, especially on the opening start to a solid CTF, and I've never seen anyone challenge from that far away, and Nate nailed those shots. And look at that again, so confident, actually coming behind the wall and just finishing Tom Morello before he goes behind that wall. Now picks up the sniper, and sniper in the hands of Nate. Never a good thing for the enemy team.
And Nate's shot's really on fire right now, picking up the body shot and able to pick up the kill, but he goes down. Sniper's available in the middle of the map now.
Yeah, missed that by just an inch. You see Tito-Matic trying to jet back up to the flag, and Nate says, no way, you may not. And now Neighbor running this flag, and you see he's kind of trying to move this, but of course Tito-Matic sees him on the screen, and Neighbor shooting the pistol a little bit fast as well.
It's interesting now to see Triggers down playing so aggressive right now. They really came in after that first loss and were like, you know what, we want to take this right now. So Neighbor coming in, having to reload, but he's still able to pick up this kill on Slays as he's running the flag.
Yeah, nice job there. He has two teammates right there, one behind him and one in front of him. He's actually in pretty good shape to bring this all the way home. The deliver icon is still on his screen. That means his flag is at home.
Yeah, moving in right now. He's getting hit from behind. He goes down right now, though, as the flag is available in the middle of the map, returning in 10 seconds.
Yeah, that flag looks like it's going to return here as two players on the blue team are right around it. You see that protect icon. And Nate is not in any position to get that flag touch. Neither is Alumni. That flag will reset.
Yeah, Taking Over did a great job of getting all around it. And Alumni walks right into a trap trying to save that flag, but he goes down.
Oh, wow, look at Slays there with the thruster pack. Now coming back and getting two shots on Hysteria. He's kind of reinventing how this thruster pack is used. I really like it. I'm impressed by how he's doing it so far.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of people jump and then use it, and that's really something we're starting to see from Slays, and I like that play a lot.
Right now, he's about to win this battle against Nated. Really nice shots there. If he was able to stay alive, maybe he could have gotten a flag touch right there.
3 down for Triggers down right now, and 2 dead for Taking Over. We're going to slow down a little bit.
Now on board with Tito-Matic at his own base. And he's going to try to push out. He gets that flag defense award. You hear that on your screen, and push out. So really, it's a matter of where you want to push out. You have the left lane, the center, and the right lane. And after you do that, getting a flagpole is not easy. You really have to take out the enemy and control their flag area, just as we saw on a drift.
Yeah, Tito hitting some shots up top, trying to take down Hysteria, who's up in that platform. But he's just shooting for anything. It's not really hitting anything, but
Yeah, but interesting. Triggers down was in both flags just now, which on paper might be a good theory, but you think that flag area is pretty exposed. If G4C Taking Over has members all around the bottom, they're actually going to be able to clean those up pretty quick, and especially if they have jetpack players. Nated right there. Awesome job, super confident in his ability to hit that flag. Melee just punching until he got the hit.
Kind of like spun around and then punched him. And of course, it is a one-hit kill with the melee.
Right now, he's running this across in his own left lane, trying to run this back. As you guys will notice on your screen, that bottom middle area is blocked off. If you guys have seen tours of this map online in different gameplay, everything in MLG gameplay is kept on the top level of the map to ensure quick map flow because we are only playing 44.
G4C saying, nope, Nated put that flag down as they snipe him in the head. The flag is still there, about to return.
And yeah, Nated here. Let's see. Interesting. Maybe we'll go for the Needler. No.
I just want it. I want someone to grab it.
None of his players are deciding to pick up the Needler. But when the players do, I mean, we almost always see them get a kill with it.
Yeah. But whatever. They don't care about us. They don't care.
That's right. have one thing on their mind. Whether it'll actually work or not is a different story. Now Native pulls this flag. He's got 3 teammates in this lane. It looks like he might be able to bring this back. Might meet someone right here, though. Of course, he does have a waypoint over his head. Sees the player in the middle, tries not to engage, and I think he's actually in a really good position. But Alumni did just get taken down. That means it's a 3v4.
Yeah, it's very interesting because I've seen so many times when people pull out on the map, you get to the first half of the map totally untouched, and then this is where it all starts to happen. They get naded like that,
right,
and then they
right
go down.
Here, and he's dead. And that flag will, but look at Hysteria right there, pokes out and just grabs the flag really quick. Look at Neighbor and Alumni both in position to escort him. I think this is going to be our first cap of the game.
Yeah, Naded had a great thing that he actually jumped right when he dived to the flag, bounced, and went over to Hysteria, and Hysteria was able to put it in.
Nice job, yeah. I did see that flag bounce. Naded jumping and just getting it far enough. You see, he played very cautious, and as soon as he could get there, brought it there. So interesting. Naded having some interesting strategy right there in that corner of the map, getting a bunch of kills and also running the flag. I like their awareness on this map and also their teamwork.
Hysteria moving in behind the flag carrier, trying to play it a little sneaky so he doesn't see him coming. Got 2 players from the back. He takes down one, and he's there's a guy behind him, though, as he goes down.
Yeah, brings one player down and takes another player down to low shields. It puts his teammates in a pretty good position. Naded also has a flag out, though. Yeah, if we want to take a look at what he's up to, he's about to get taken out. Let's see if he can kill Tom Morello. He does get taken down, and that flag is going to return. And it looks like there's also 7 seconds on the red flag return, so both of those flags are likely going to go back home.
Yeah, we're going to start over now. Back to the beginning as both flags are reset. Naded up top right now, looking across the map, trying to put some shots into Slays.
And look at this angle that Naded is using right now. So important because he has teammates on that left lane. And gets a nice double kill there and gets a 3rd player weak, so that's also a huge play from him. You can really, I mean, there's times when I saw Naded in Halo 3. If you think about back to Onslaught, I mean, he would just fly down A Street or B Street, getting so many kills. Look at this, how fast Needler kills. Thank you.
Why would you not use that?
That is an awesome weapon. And now turns 2, and I think
picks up the double.
I am in favor of the Needler.
Yeah, picks up the double kill and now running the flag. Flame had great play as he's going to run out of the middle of the map and hope he can not get naded. Looks like Neighbor, though, for triggers down, is going to grab the enemy's flag and roll it out himself.
Yeah, Flamehead trying to get across this area. As you see, these flag carriers, they're actually very out in the open, and as they run this flag, they're not hiding. They're running straight down the lane, and they're actually looking to engage people who might be pushing them because that flag, of course, can get a few kills. Right there, Flamehead trying to run. I'm surprised that grenade still kept his shields down. If he waited just another few seconds, he might have been able to get his shields back, and I don't think they would have been able to grenade him across the map.
Now let's see if G4C can pick it up. They do right now. They're going to be able to maybe run it in uncontested.
Let's see, that flag does drop one more time, but Flamehead now might be able to make good on his first run. He's going to go for this grab right here, and I think right here, being very patient. I'm wondering why. Yes, his flag was pulled, and he now gets taken
Instead
out.
of running in the backside, your flag doesn't have to be at home to score, so he might have been able to run around the backside, but instead he went around through the middle passage and went in the one-on-one battle against the flag carrier.
Right.
He goes down.
Probably would have been a much better idea to try to take that, but might have been a little bit of mind game going on between the 2 flag carriers.
Yeah, it looks like there's 10 seconds left on that flag. Let's see if they can touch it in time as he's about to take down his enemy's flag carrier.
Flame had a nice job there to take out, to almost take out Naded. No. Oh.
You had to be very careful. You can't get too close because you're going to get meleeed.
He almost was a victim of the Naded flag punch once again, but nice job there to outsmart him. And let's see, the flag is pulled again. And Alumni doing a nice job there with the flag, and he's going to run that as fast as his little legs can take him down the lane.
And the flag did just reset right now. So it looks like Trigger's down in a great position to be able to run that flag without having to worry about their flag being capped.
Well, you see Naded escorting the flag right there, and Neighbor engaging Slays. Look at Hysteria, listening to Neighbor's call-outs, undoubtedly challenging across the map. That's their second flag. They go up 2-0.
See, the beauty about this map, you can sit back and play defense like Hysteria is, or he's actually on offense right now, and you can be on offense on the other side of the map and still play defense and put shots into your base from across the map.
Right, that was a really nice play, and I think any player who can have their head on a swivel like that, and it really comes from their ability to multitask and totally take responsibility in the entire game. You think about free-for-all players who have to focus on a close-range battle, and while they're weak in a corner, look at a long-range battle. I think Hysteria, of course, Naded, 2 players who have played free-for-all for so long and been dominant forces in their games. Look at Hysteria now going up top. That's a little bit of a risky angle. I think you were thinking the same thing. Yeah. His team does cap that, though. They go up 3-0, but as he's moving across that area, I was expecting a few grenades and DMR shots to go off. He gets taken out, but don't worry, his team was in place to secure that capture. They go up 3-0, and looks like they're going to be able to grab this game no problem. We have just over 6 minutes left before any sudden death overtime would occur.
Yeah, Trigger's down super aggressive. It looks like Hysteria is trying to go in again. He's getting shot from behind those. He's going to jetpack up to the top. And still, even with no shields, he's going to stick out and put shots from the enemy team.
And nice job there. Hysteria playing aggressive like he always has. A veteran Halo player and just laying in shots. I love where he's putting himself right now. It's really nice. We were talking about Onslaught earlier, one of the other maps where you can sit in the enemy's base and be a total nuisance as they push out to the left and right lane. Look at him challenging Tom Morello. And, oh my gosh, I spoke too soon. I thought he was going to actually kill Tom Morello without being hit, but Tom Morello turns around and shoots him straight through the arm.
Yeah, that's the problem with that beam. You can't see through it. So, you think you have the guy down to no shields, and then all you see is his name, and you're not really sure where to aim.
Yeah, all of a sudden you lost him. I love what Tom Morello did. You saw he actually dropped down from the front, so Hysteria was still shooting to the top of the beam, and he gets the better of him. So really nice play there from Tom Morello. Hysteria getting outshot there.
5 minutes remaining in regulation. As Hysteria goes down, it looks like G4C is trying to make a push right here.
And if you're on Triggers down, you got to be much more confident in your gameplay. They really got it together. As I was looking in between our commercial break, looking at these guys communicating, I saw Naded and Neighbor just with really determined looks on their faces and talking about exactly what they want to do. They weren't just staring at their screens, as we often see. They were actually talking about what they want to do this game, which is huge. And they're actually executing very well here on Breakable.
Yeah, looking very good. A lot of solid teamwork. And it doesn't hurt when you're up 3-0. That's pretty much some good confidence.
I think Naded smells a sniper rifle. He might be going for the enemy sniper, but he also sees a flag. So he's torn, but he does get his
He didn't smell the guy behind him, though.
No, he gets to get that checked. He gets taken out. We are still 3-0. Triggers down over G4C. Thank you for checking out the Halo stream live from MLG Dallas, the Fall Championships. My name is Bravo. Joining me is Unbreakable. If you guys are watching from home, make sure you are tweeting out the stream and sharing it on all your favorite social networks. Let your friends know that we have some awesome Halo 4 action going on tonight and also all weekend long. Tomorrow we're going to have the finals of this awesome tournament, this pre-release Halo 4 tournament where you guys are checking out Halo 4 for the first time. So thank you so much to Major League Gaming and 343 Industries for making this possible.
Very true, very true. Neighbor going up behind two enemies. He gets hit with a rocket, and he jumped right into that.
Yeah, that rocket's fast.
No, it is.
That Halo 4 rocket is nothing to mess with.
Definitely. I'm scared to get in a Warthog with it because that thing will just take me out so fast.
Yeah, it also has a cool new projectile. A lot of the new weapons have some different animations that are cool to see, especially like the bolt shot and all the Promethean weapons. They kind of come together, and they also make people fall apart. So I guess that's how the two puzzle pieces fit together. Now, 3-0, still just over 4 minutes left before sudden death, and we're kind of seeing more of the same from these two teams. I haven't really seen taking over make a huge move. Alumni almost jumping and finishing that kill.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shot. It's going to force the flag player back into the back of the base, so you can't put shots into the back of Alumni.
Yeah, now trying to jetpack, and he had the angle, but unfortunately his jetpack runs out, as you see on the left side of your screen. I like to use sniping from the rib cage, allows him to see into both bases, also gets to cover. His team helps him drop that flag, but he can also kind of shoot down the lanes and limit the sidelines of the enemy. I like where Alumni is with the sniper rifle right now.
And then you can so easily move into the middle of the map like he is right now and then put shots on the top towers.
Right, really good control here from Alumni, and looks like he's going to try to poke out. Hits that body shot, and Flamehead, that's huge. Playing very well. This is a different Alumni than we saw in Game 1.
Definitely. I'm really just impressed by the turnaround on Triggers down. Their teamwork looks so much better than it did in Game 1. And I feel like if they keep this momentum going, then I feel like the third game, if it goes to it, on Abandoned Team Slayer should be no problem for them.
Right, and Abandoned, arguably a segmented map as well. So you have a lot of open battles where let's see, nice job, Alumni there, opting not to shoot, and hits the body shot on the player who might try to get a needler, but knowing these players, no one's going to get a needler.
Alumni had to go down, though. He'd been at no shields for so long. He finally goes down, and it looks like Flamehead will take over with that sniper rifle.
Yeah, he's only got one bullet, though. Let's see if he can put it to use here. Decides to opt for the DMR. Not a bad choice as he's pushing in with his teammates now. Tom Morello takes out Hysteria and pushes in. Takes out Naded as well. Putting up a highlight reel. Just taking out player after player. And let's see, this flag is now being run.
Beautiful.
Yeah, nice job there. That was 3 dead. They're going to continue this flag run. And really, when I talked to Kevin Franklin from 343 Industries about this flag run, nice job there, Naded, being very aggressive, pushing back to the flag cap, and punishing the flag runner for coming out that doorway. When I talked to Kevin Franklin from 343 Industries, really what the goal is here, that the flag kind of inches its way. Nice job there, Neighbor with the light rifle. We have not seen much light rifle, but let me tell you, Kevin Franklin wants that flag to inch up across the map, and I think that's what we're seeing. 15-second return, which is a little bit shorter than matchmaking. But the flag inches up, and if the team's working together, they'll be able to continuously get it there, and I think that's what G4C was trying to do, but Naded definitely denied that opportunity.
Definitely. Slay's picking up the rockets on spawn right now. He's going to push up. There's only 1 minute and 35 seconds left in regulation, so taking over has to push in right now and cap at least twice and then pull the flag out. in a minute and a half.
Right, I'd like to see if this is mathematically possible. We'll have to test that later in a custom game, but they will have to start running flags immediately. Of course, Slays does not want to grab the flag because he has rockets, and he won't be able to take those rockets back out. But I think, based on the way he's moving around the map, this is pretty much over.
Yeah, I mean, he's pulling a T2 with the rockets and sniper. The thing is, he has to have his teammates back there to help him out because he doesn't want to pick up the flag with all these power weapons.
Yeah, he just keeps picking up power weapons. Before you know it, he'll have about 6 power weapons and no flag in his hand. As you see now, Triggers down trying to escort this 4th flag in.
Flag player was trying to be sneaky, but I guess he doesn't remember that there's a waypoint over his head, so he couldn't really juke that one.
Yeah, I know. It looks like now with 50 seconds left in the match, Slays is just kind of padding his stats for this tournament and hoping for better luck. And Abandoned Team Slayer now getting a double kill there. And but no matter how fast this flag is ran, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, I mean, he takes down the flag here, but really solid play by Triggers down. It doesn't matter if the game's about to end. They want to make sure that it's impossible for G4C to come back, so they died multiple times just to put that final flag cap in, or their 4th flag cap.
Right, Slay's picking up a few kills there, but of course it is not going to matter for his team now. We have 20 seconds left before the end of the match. Triggers down must be feeling better, and let's talk a little about what we're going to see in Abandoned TS. It's a lot about controlling that top center structure and then really spawn trapping the enemy in the purple forest, on the beach area, and in the back room.
That's another one of those maps, kind of like Haven, where there's so many different angles, and once you get low shields and you're sitting in that top ring, there's not really that many places to hide. So it's really going to depend on great teamwork, which based on what we saw from Triggers down, they might pull it off from this.
Right. So there you see it, 4-1, Triggers down, taking game 2 over G4C, taking over. We're going to be heading to game 3 in just a moment. But before we do that, let's take a look at the stats from this match. I wouldn't be surprised to see some really good numbers from Triggers down.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, a lot of teamwork, and besides Slain at the end, I don't think it will really make that big of a difference. Waiting for someone to jump on board with the stats. Alumni with 31 kills and 20 deaths. Definitely the slayer for his team this game.
You're right there, going positive 11. A nice job from him. And all the other players on the game actually not getting that many kills. You see, wow, Alumni really stepping it up, having significantly more kills than anyone else in the match. But let's not forget about Nated with 17 assists. That is quite a few. A nice game from him. And if they can continue that momentum and teamwork into Abandoned TS, like you said, it's a little bit different strategy. They'll be able to take that out. We're going to be coming up with Game 3 next here from MLG Dallas Fall Championships.
Welcome back, guys. The players got a little bit ahead of us, and they actually started the game before we were supposed to. So they had to restart it a little bit because they got to wait for the ref to tell them to start. But you know what, Brian? We're ready to start right now. So let's go ahead and get game number 3, Abandoned Infinity Slayer, underway.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the opening strategy. I think we should start off with Nated, who had a really good performance last game. We started off with him last game, and Triggers Down really pulled ahead. I think after that, I'd love to see what Alumnite's up to. But off this beginning start, Nated tends to be a very aggressive, jetpack-oriented player. Let's see if he heads right towards top middle.
Yeah, and I expect to see, just like last game, a lot of assists from Nated, and probably a lot of kills as well. Just waiting for that circle to hit 0 as we're going to start it off.
And look at this. Nated right away to top middle, like I said, trying to control up there, but has to drop down to level 2. Already loses the lead. Nice job there to recover, though this game's probably going to be pretty fast for a while. Definitely. Unbreakable.
Yeah, I actually haven't been able to cast Abandoned TS yet, and I'm really excited because I like this map a lot, and I'm kind of sad that teams don't pick it more.
Yeah, I think this map is fantastic the way it's built. It's been compared to Halo 2's Lockout, and I definitely see why. Nated doing a nice job here with the DMR jetpack bolt shot combo. I think that there's no surprise really why that's his favorite. Nice shots there on Tom Morello. Surprised he didn't clean that up, though. It looks like those are pretty solid.
Yeah, but both players backing out with no shields, staying alive. Nated pulling out that bolt shot. He really wants to get a kill with that thing.
All right, look at how he charges that thing, and right before he lets it go, so he doesn't waste the ammo. I like that idea.
I actually had no idea you could do that.
Right, he just continuously, and probably should have left it out, but does get the beat down there, and then...
Not sure where the other guy went. There you go. Picks it up.
Nice
gets the double
there.
Bolt shot.
Taking out 2 players there, and if they can just continue this, they'll be doing well. But like you said, top middle, just like Haven, very difficult to control, especially alone. So you're going to expect to see at least 2 people from the team up there, and perhaps 2 other players like Alumni and Neighbor now in the back. I love this setup right now. They have 2 players off to the back right, and 2 players, Hysteria and Nated, around the top middle.
Yeah, Nated looks like he's just going to control this top middle by himself with this bolt shot. A little far away though, and he goes down because he wasn't sure what to do.
Right, yeah. I think the bolt shot gave him mixed feelings about if he should come back or not, but they're up 110 to 80 just a few minutes into this game, and of course that top mid area really is a danger zone for grenades. People are just constantly spawning and chucking grenades up there, so Nated using the jetpack, he's going to be able to jetpack over those grenades pretty often and avoid most of the explosions that happen.
Nated playing very smart. He was taking shots and he went back in the cover. You know, when you're in ring 2 like that, there's really not that many places to hide, and he goes down.
Definitely.
Dropped at the bottom of the map with no shields right now.
Yeah, it's a low ceiling in ring 2, and not much the jetpack can do for you either now. Look at Triggers Down really staying together all on this side of the map and also down low. They are in the lead as Nated comes up with the bolt shot. Looking for someone he has help here from Alumni. They're playing very slowly, but I like that they're keeping 2 people up top middle. Alumni still going with that battle rifle choice, and Nated just watching the lift and find someone. Nice job, goes for the melee and still finishes playing that. Nice job. He's going to earn an ordnance. Let's see what his options are between the stick of detonator and the overshield.
Pulling in the overshield. It's dropping right now, and it looks like he's going to use that to use the jetpack and go up to the top of ring 3 and see if he can take control of it.
And you know, I definitely like the overshield choice here, although half of it was taken down by that grenade. They're up 190 to 150. He lifts up and unfortunately gets destroyed. I think I might have even heard a saw there. Someone getting shot quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm definitely hearing that somewhere in the background.
Yeah, Nated a nice job there to choose the overshield. However, it really didn't pay off. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to really convert on that. He just get melted right away. You have to be careful when you have a power up like that.
And we do have Slays from taking over, has the saw in his backpack. He's running around the outside of the map with it.
And Nated now moving around the purple forest, often referred to as a mystical, magical place where a lot of awesome Halo 4 things happen. But he decides to sprint all the way away from there. And they're still up 230 to 190, and that's what we're kind of seeing now. I think these players are going to, nice job. They're surprising that bolt shot didn't kill. Probably would have been better off with the DMR in that situation, but they're up by 6 kills here. And if this just continues, you have Nated's ordnance meter around 35%. If this just continues, Triggers Down will be able to close this out, and they're going to move on.
And I don't know what it is about Nated's gameplay right now, but I'm really loving it. Like, he's moving around the map a lot, but he's also setting up in key positions for his team.
Right, I would love to see what Hysteria is up to. We haven't gotten to check out too much of him on this match. You see, as he cleans up Tom Morello, nice job there. Hysteria, known as the player who's always throughout the Halo titles had such a consistent shot as well as a consistent sniper, and he's really showing that here now. They're up by 8 kills. Always also a solid communicator, really someone who really only wants to win.
Now, TD doing a great job of holding down this middle ring, and I really think that, you know, if taking over wants to take over the lead, they're going to have to break that setup.
I mean, perfect baiting and switching from Hysteria, so disciplined. You saw he didn't challenge Tito-Matic right there, comes back behind the wall. By the time his shield is back, he can pop out and help someone else. Really nice job there, baiting and switching top middle, just like you had said, Unbreakable.
Yeah, and everyone on Trigger's Down doing a great job staying alive. When their shields are down, they don't try to fight, they just run away, and it looks like Hysteria's going to move in with that bolt shot, try to pick up the saw.
Oh my.
I thought his second melee would have killed him.
Right, looks like he should have hit that second melee. Excellent job there from Hysteria. Euphorics and I were talking about it yesterday. The best thing you can do to a player with a saw is hit them with that melee and give them that split-second delay so you can try to follow it up with a nice... Oh, look at Native. They're sitting on a ledge. It might have gotten the best of Flamehead, but he whips out a saw out of the back pocket. No one knew that was coming.
And this is a great place to use the saw inside such tight quarters like this. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go up the lift and trying to use it.
Right, yeah, and you got to be, of course, careful. You're going to want to lift. Just holding down the trigger and mowing down Native, finding him once again. He does lift up. He's going to want to stay alive. You can look down this lift. I'm not sure if he knows that. You can actually position your Spartan character so that you can see up the lift, and you can definitely catch someone off guard. That applies to actually a lot of the lifts that are that's being shown on these maps.
Flamehead seen a call out, picks up an assist with a grenade. Putting shots down the map. You see the scatter shot available right now for anyone to pick up, really.
Yeah, nice job there. Hysteria and Native pushing at the same time. They're still up by 8 kills. And this is the point where G4C taking over really needs to slow the game down, get a few ordnance drops, but perhaps even get that scatter shot and start running around top middle. But Native doing a nice job there with hitting, almost getting destroyed there, actually.
Yeah, missing some really crucial shots. It looks like Flamehead is able to stay alive through that. Native's still at no shields. He's had no shields forever.
Oh my goodness. If he had pulled out that bolt shot kill, that would have been...
too much.
Yeah, way too much.
Couldn't handle it.
So now we're on board with Hysteria, who has finally picked up that scatter shot. He probably felt bad for the weapon down there. Nice job there, lifting up. And then jetpack scatter shot takes out Tom Morello, who did have a damage boost. That's even more important kill. Probably going to take out the third player here. Nice job, triple kill. Let's see if he's able to find the over. Takes out the DMR for a long-range challenge. Maybe if he kept the scatter shot out, he might have been able to turn 4 and get that overkill. But his team is now up by 10 kills. They're in a very good position. Him and Alumni sticking together, and I think we can't say enough about how Triggers Down has been staying together this match. Look at Hysteria, still using the jetpack scatter shot. It's nothing that Slays could have done there to stay alive.
That's why I'm really surprised more people haven't picked up the scatter shot. You know, especially on this map, this is a great map for it. Anything close quarters like that is really going to dominate the enemy.
Yeah, as you see Hysteria running around now, we actually see several nooks and crannies on this map where you can really use that scatter shot in close quarters, whether it be inside or even around the rock areas.
Hysteria putting shots into Nomadic, picks up the headshot, but he goes down to a grenade. And it looks like Triggers Down just starting to really take a lead. It is 510 to 390 right now.
Yeah, they've already broke that 500 mark, meaning they need less than 10 kills to win the game. And Alumni gets taken down despite having the saw, but that will get cleaned up as you see the +5 assist on his screen. We have 5 minutes left, but there's only 7 kills necessary until Triggers Down moves on. This match has been pretty exciting. Interesting that taking over would take that first game. Maybe that's something we'll see throughout the weekend. Triggers Down dropping that first game and then winning the next 2.
Yeah, Alumni going up top with the BR. Really feel like this is one of the maps with the BR where it's actually more useful. He was used on some of the maps where I don't think it works that well, but really taking advantage of it right now as he picks up 1 kill, throws the grenade, and almost picks up a double.
Yeah, I definitely thought he would have grabbed that kill with the grenade, but they only need 4 more kills here, so Triggers Down can pretty much take their time and really play this however they want. 560 to put...
Alumni loses his face.
I shouldn't have said it would do whatever they want as Alumni
Not
gets
quite.
ripped a new one, but it's only a matter of time before Triggers Down finishes out these last 3 kills.
Yeah, short of a miracle right now. It looks like Triggers Down is about to take it. They're only 2 kills away right now from knocking G4C taking over into the losers bracket.
And it's going to be a tough losers bracket. We've actually heard that quite a few teams who have players who are familiar in the MLG Pro Circuit are already in the losers bracket.
1 kill away right now as we see Alumni moving in. Let's see if he can pick it up.
And right now we see that it looks like a scatter shot. T-Nomadic with the overshield. That's probably not the player he's going to kill. He does drop a pulse grenade. Nice job to deny that area. Throws in a second one for good measure. That overshield cannot push through there, but Triggers Down really taking their time now.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Oh, here we go with almost the final kill.
Oh my gosh, there it finally
Thought
goes.
He was going to run away, but
Alumni finishes it up. And look at Native standing up. He's got to be pumped. After losing that game 1, people were probably doubting him, but he is celebrating with his team as they will now move on. An excellent job from Triggers Down.